people want to know what institutions do. And I think they are right. They should know. And we take very important decisions in EFSA. We decide about risks that are allowed or not allowed in our food. So it's touching us very personally. It's a very important task, and this has to be as open and as transparent as possible.
By being more transparent, it will help people to realise that EFSA is there to act in their interests, and if they feel that EFSA isn't doing what it should be doing, then they'll have the chance to feed in too.
So when we want to make EFSA a more open scientific organisation, we have to cover all streams, how we call it, that enter into the risk assessment process. Data, information, evidence, methodologies, how we assess this data, and brains, expertise. EFSA has collected over the years a huge amount of data, food consumption data, chemical occurrence data, microbiological data. We use this data for our risk assessments, but now we want to make this data more accessible, and this we call is the EFSA Scientific Data Warehouse project, to open as much as possible our treasure trove of data to be used and reused for other purposes by other people in Europe.
We provide enough information for other people outside to see exactly what we've done, and if need be, almost to do the same again by looking at the data that we're looking at, and maybe to come towards the same conclusion.
Science is always organized around methods, methodologies, and we need risk assessment methodologies to tackle very complex problems that society asks to EFSA.
Methods for evidence use in science is a framework that EFSA has developed recently to enhance the way in which data is gathered, used, reported, and therefore works its way into the risk assessment.
Uncertainty is an inevitable part of risk assessment. To be able to capture it, to describe it, and to report it is very important also for the risk managers.
We are developing guidance how the experts on the individual sector panels can do things such as addressing the uncertainty within their risk assessments, how they actually weigh all the different pieces of evidence together to come up with a unified conclusion.
The more that we can enable stakeholders to see how we're working, but also to be able to feed in, whether that's through open consultations, open meetings, or actually looking at the data that underpins those assessments and be able to comment and scrutinise it, then there'll be greater trust, but also higher quality outputs.
Expertise, you could also say, is the lifeblood of risk assessment. Nothing can be done without the right experts. So we do huge efforts to attract the best scientists of Europe. We want to have the best people.
EFSA uses a large number of scientific experts. It selects those on the basis of their individual scientific expertise and experience. We want the next generation of risk assessors to come in and work with us.
Open EFSA is a huge challenge for us, but a positive challenge. We want to engage with the people, not only to show what we do, but to ask people to contribute to our work, to contribute with their knowledge, with their data, to make the outputs of EFSA even better.